How do you treat your neighbor? Well, I've got a lesson about that. I have a small place out in the country with 5 acres, and uh, every year I would make a garden. Well, my neighbor across the street would make a garden as well. His was usually better than mine because he was a real farmer. Anyway, I had a horse. The horse managed to get out of the gate, as he was apt to do most near any time. That's the smartest horse. And he went over to my neighbor's corn patch. He had a real nice corn patch and real good stand of corn, and started eating that corn and treading it down. He got about 1/4 of the way through, and my neighbor come running out with a shotgun. He was going to shoot him. And I can't say I blame him, but my wife saw him and hollered, and I jumped up and run over there, and I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "Your horse," a couple of expletives, ate my corn up. I said, "Okay, hold it. I'll make it good." Now, you remember Jesus says this, that the commandments are, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, and strength, and love thy neighbor as thyself, right? Well, there's plenty of scriptures in the Old Testament. In Exodus 22, the Bible talks about if you transgress against your neighbor, whether you cause his horse or his ox or his sheep or his raiment or whatever the case may be, something to be lost, you pay him double. That's the only thing I could remember. So I said, "Look, I'll be right back." I ran back over to the house. I said, "Get a lot of bags." We had just put up a bunch of corn in the deep freeze. It was already cut up and put in packages. And we took everything out of our deep freeze and took it over there to him. It was more than twice what that horse ate, but I wanted to make sure of my neighbor. Well, he didn't shoot my horse, and I was able to keep friends with my neighbor because I made everything good. But you know, these days, a lot of times people will transgress to somebody and they don't think anything about it. They might not even say, "I'm sorry." But if you're really and truly sorry for something that happened, you need to do something that shows an act that you're truly repentant. You can't just say, "I'm sorry," and it be a light thing. So I made it good. And if you will do that with your neighbor, you'll win your neighbor. In fact, you'll win a lot of people. Some people out there are real good about offending other folks real bad, and they don't care. But that's on them. As far as you and me, we're believers. We want to do right by our neighbor. So if you'll do right by your neighbor and remember those 2 scriptures, I think what'll happen is you're going to find your life change. Because once you start to loving your neighbor as yourself and you make him good or her good, you're going to enter into the realm of the God realm. God bless you guys, and go in peace. Love you. Bye.